Hey there, friends. I hope all of you are happy on this Tuesday. I'm going to make some spirit sticks. I watched Tracie Fox Creative do this, and it was just kind of fun. Now, she did hers with, she used a paintbrush to kind of build her spirit stick. I don't even know if she called it a spirit stick. She may have called it like something. Oh, a wish stick is what she called it. But the first one that I did, I just used the barrel, and you can see the top of the barrel here of a one of those mechanical pencils. I write in pencil a lot, and then when the mechanical pencil, when the lead fizzles, well, it's really when the eraser fizzles out, I'm kind of done with it. So I take all the lead out of it and put it in another mechanical pencil. And so I had some of these like barrels of these pencils around, and I thought, well, that would, that might make something really cool. And then this one, I'm going to show you how I used a bamboo skewer to do this one. And then this one, I just used a pipe cleaner. I was trying to think of things that you guys might like have around your house. So, you can use a pipe cleaner, bamboo skewer. Susan Salyer, and I hope I'm saying her name right, used some sticks, just some little twigs, and so I got out my bag of twigs that I really do love. I kind of collect these during the year, and I just kind of put them in a bag like this, and it was really handy when I was doing fairy furniture, but I don't do fairy furniture anymore. Let's get started. The first thing that you're gonna want to do is to just make your bamboo skewer not a bamboo skewer anymore, right? And I'm going to take the little ends off and kind of make things to where they aren't sharp and angularly. I don't think that's a word, but we'll go with it. Okay, so there we go. I need to make it kind of even as well. So we'll chop this part off. And there we go. Need some masking tape. Don't you love masking tape? When I have leftovers, or when I cook in the kitchen, I will often, like if I'm making hamburgers for Chris, I don't eat hamburgers, but instead of making 2, I'll just go ahead and make 4 and put them in the fridge. If you're gonna fry and splatter and all that stuff, then why not just go ahead and make a couple more. Anyway, so I put masking tape on the top of my storage bowl so I know exactly what is in the fridge. And then what happens is I put those bowls on the bottom shelf of my fridge. So it's like, oh, I always have some leftovers down there that I can work with, on nights that I don't feel like cooking. Next thing we're going to do is make the loop, and it looks like that. The idea is that this is book jewelry, Tracie said. And I love that, I just love that term, book jewelry. And when we kind of get things going here, I pulled out a journal that I'm working on, and we'll see what the book jewelry looks like on the spine of that book. So we're just going to twist that, easy peasy, not very hard at all. And then, make sure that it kind of comes out up here. And I like the twisty bits right here. So I always like to kind of let them show when I'm doing something like this. It's fun to show your work. Remember that in school? Especially in math. Show your work. It's like, oh my Lord. I did not like math. Then you had to show your work, and it was like, why? If I got the right answer, is it not just enough that I got the right answer? We're covering this with masking tape. To me, the masking, and you do what, that's the coolness of something like this. You know, you do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. You know, if you want to use masking tape, use masking. To me, masking tape just gives everything a nice point of origin, right? It kind of is, and even on these, when I'm using skewers, I like to put masking tape on the end down here because of the aforementioned splinters and things like that. All right, we are ready to do our first layer of wrapping. I've got my camera angled a different way, so I'm kind of looking up to check. Yep. Okay. I wanted to do one more thing before we start wrapping. I found out when I was doing these yesterday that it was a little bit easier for me to go ahead and string the beads. Again, you don't have to do this, but you know, when you see the beads poking out through there on the wire, it's really pretty. Can you see that? See the beads there? And the way that I did it yesterday, I kept thinking, you know, I think I would rather just, this is like a second step to me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and you go, why is that there? Well, that is here because we're going to wedge this in here, okay? And then we're going to start wrapping. We're going to pull this out of the way. You don't have to do it like that, okay? I'm just saying this is easier for me to go ahead and string my wire. And I've chosen beads that are misfit and, you know, odd colors, and I just kind of dug in my little wee beads and pulled some things out. So what I did yesterday was I put a few beads on like that, and then I kind of push them up. The hook is going to fit in here because I really like to secure this wire part, right? So I'm going to hold that, and then I think I want to put on, actually I don't want to do that. Do this, and then put on this sweet little dragonfly right here. And the way that Tracie did this, which I thought was really super cool, is she just twisted it. Just kind of twisted the... So you just twist and twist, twist, twist. Okay, so you've made like a little dangly piece. And then you kind of proceed on. She did not do it like I'm doing it. I mean, hers was so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. And she explains it so nicely, and she uses one of my favorite words, which is tatty. Only when Miss Tracie says it, it's tatty. And it was just, I love her accent. It was just so beautiful. And she has such a nice, you know, such a nice repartee. I really like her. And I have not watched very much YouTube of late. I've just watched Leanne, and that's pretty much it. All right, so we've got a few more of the smallish beads here. Now I'm going to use a little, this is a plastic crystal. So I'm just going to do that like this. Okay, and then I still have a little more to work with. So we'll put on more of these small, colorful, very small, but very colorful glass beads. I did this project yesterday with misfit beads that would not fit on my beading needle when I'm doing flow journals. which I do have. I have one flow journal in the shop. We were lucky enough to sell one yesterday, so hooray, hooray. I think I'll put this on, and then a few more of these. I mean, honestly, this is like one of those things, and I've got this set up so I can work on these tomorrow morning. All right, that's all I'm going to be able to do on that one. All right. Now I'm just going to set this to the side, and we'll start wrapping. And I have some sari ribbon here. I believe Miss Kay sent this to me, and it's just so gorgeous. Man, oh man, it's pretty. So I'm gonna just start wrapping, and I'm gonna start wrapping at the top, but I'm gonna tie it and wrap it. That's kind of the way I like to do it. And then you have little bits of fabric sticking through. Yes, I'm having trouble tying a knot. I've got a terrible headache. And I'm wanting to work through this headache. I get super bad headaches. This is really weird, y'all, like once a month. And, you know, I'm way past that once a month pleasantness that so many of us have. You know, I'm way beyond that, but it's just like every month. And it feels like somebody's stabbing, see, what do you call those things? Screwdriver in my eyeballs. Not that that's funny, but it's like, oh man. But I'm so accustomed to it now. So, you know, this is my way to kind of work through it. And I want, you know, I want some of this fabric to kind of stick out, right? Because it's very interesting when it sticks out like that. Okay, so we are just going to wrap, wrap, wrap. And again, like right here, I'm going to do a little knot. Then we'll come back and wrap some more, just like that. You really do these any way you want. That's the real super cool beauty of it, because it's, you know, it's just like, it's really fun to, you know, to scrap something together. What a pleasure. What a great pleasure art is. What a great healer art is. There we go. All right, so we're going to wrap this around. And I'm going to kind of take it, you know, down here and sort of wrap it back up. It is very tatty, as Miss Tracie says. Okay, that's our first like layer of wrapping here. All right, now let's do some more. Let's do like one more layer of wrapping. And I think Miss Kay sent all of this. Oh my goodness, you know, you could just touch it and you just get a sense of story and a movement of time and energy and I love some good sari fabric, and I don't have much. As a matter of fact, that is all that I have. My friend does, like, she sells genuine Indian saris, and sometimes she said sometimes I have one that's ripped. I was like, give it. Give it, I'll use it for some art. Okay, so we've got our first wrapping here. Now let's just kind of, I think I didn't quite leave enough there. And you can make it as thick as you want, you know. Just tie it on and make it look real loose and very tatty. Yes, I'm going to be saying that a whole lot during this video. The next thing that I want to do is just choose some yarn. And I was kind of fussy with my yarn, y'all, because I made the first one and I just really liked the color combo, so I was just going to go with it, you know. Again, I'm going to tie this on. I don't think this is like the traditional way to do it, but this is what works for me. This is what makes it kind of boho and loose and free and fun. Okay. All right, and I'm going to tie that on. A little string down there. I think I want some more of this. But this time I'm going to start here. Kind of just tie it on like that. Tracie did some lace on hers, which was quite lovely. But I'm not going to do that. All right. And then we are going to wrap. I can tie these together like that. The tying wasn't really part of it either. It just, you know, to me, it has interest. To me, this resonates with me because to me, this looks very Indian-ish. I mean, like Cherokee, Apache, that kind of Indian-ish, you know. It speaks to me. I really like it. Let's do this eyelash yarn. Really did work great. So we're going to have a little bit of that. And you can see that this beautiful yarn has a little bit of sparkle to it. It really made it look very pretty. I also see that I have some of this, so there's a little bit of that too. I forgot I had that. I'm trying to keep things neat today. When Corey was a little boy, he would, when I would say, "You've got to keep your room neat or you need to clean up," he would go, "Pfft." And he made this funny noise, "Pfft," like that. And then he would talk out of the side of his mouth. And he would go, "Corey, you need to keep your room clean." It's like he's talking to somebody. And I'm like, oh. It's always so funny. I don't know who he was talking to. He did have imaginary friends when he was growing up. Okay, so we got this. Now, kind of, what do you think? I do kind of like it, right? I think I'm going to do it right there. And tie it on. Yeah, this is so good, you guys, for like your scraps. You know, if you have a scrap bin or... You know, you could do it with paper. It's very reminiscent of Callie Black's, gosh, we miss Callie. Such a beautiful, creative boho beads, you know, and her boho bracelets. Okay, there we go. Yippers, I like that. Now, taking the beaded wire. This is our like little last step here. I'm going to stick that in at the top. And I think what I might do is I might tie this last little remnant around here to hold that in, because I don't want that to pop out. And like I said, you'll find your own little ways to do this. Your own personal spin on it. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tie that. All right, and you can kind of see that my little bead strand's coming apart. That's okay. All right. I'm going to kind of push and then twist. Honestly, I'm going to need more bead. I'm going to need a longer wire. So I'm going to go ahead and twist this one on. And you do, y'all, need like a pliable sort of wire. It can't be too thick because it's really hard to twist it on there. I'm using, I don't even know what kind of wire it is, y'all. It's something that I think I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I think it was on the hardware aisle, and you got like 3 kinds of wire. You know, it was even like a bronze and maybe a black and a silver, maybe? I can't remember exactly. But it, you know, it's super nice. I like it. And you can see that it's, you know, I was thinking, when I was making this, I was thinking, man, this would be a great way to recycle Chris's guitar strings. And I was thinking, you know, do something with guitar strings here. All right, so we've got our little charm there. Now I'm going to have to kind of dig this in here and bury it so nobody gets stuck on their bead strand. Go ahead and put the rest of the beads on. There's one. And twist and twist, twist. I was having a hard time putting the beaded wire, twisting it onto the spirit stick, wish stick, whatever we're going to call it, soul stick. But this is the 4th one I've done, so, you know, kind of a bit more used to it now. Like I said, you'll find your way to do it. Okay, now twist, twist. See if I have anything else that I can add over here. Hey, I've got a heart. That would be pretty. It might not fit on the wire. Oh, it did. Okay, you know what, I might kind of, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, all right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and take that around, and there we go. Oh, I'm just kind of digging it, y'all. It's just really pretty. It's so unstructured and kind of organic and sweet. This is one that I made, like I said, out of the pipe cleaner, which, you know, I mean, it kind of works. Okay, so I said that we would try one out. My book is going to try on her book jewelry, if I can find her. She's here. Hold on. There she is. Okay. So what I'm going to do Let's just tie her on. We'll see what that looks like. It's fun to like think about book jewelry, isn't it? I just love that. I love the idea of decorating, you know, the book with book jewelry. Okay, I'm just gonna tie that a couple of times. There you go. I mean, that's a very unique look right there, y'all. Man, I like it. I just think that's really fun. I kind of get that, let's do the side angle thing there. Isn't that pretty? Ah, thank you, Miss Tracie, for such a fun idea. Now it was like a creative challenge for her, and I will link her video in the description box below so you can really get a sense of how she did it too. I think that art and crafting is such fun, y'all, because we all determine our own paths for it. We all determine how it fits best in our hands and how we can, you know, weave our own feelings and unique talents into the things that we're making. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care.